Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Cam from Epic Conversions. Hope you guys are doing amazing out there on this fine Tuesday afternoon. It is about 3:50 p.m. Eastern Time as I record this live stream for you. And I want to ask you a question today. I want to know what you've been working on today. Um, this is an open invitation, all right? If you're watching this live, this is an open invitation to drop a link to anything you're working on in the comments below. Drop a link to it, man. Whatever you've been working on, tell us about it. Drop us a link. Drop us a link to whatever you've been working on below. Tell us about it. Drop us a link. Maybe some other people who check this out will check your stuff out. And I'll implore everybody who watches this live stream, take a few minutes, go through the comment section and, check out what people have going on. And I would say that is an age-old philosophy. It's something that served me very well over the years. And it's this age-old philosophy of, if you want a friend, be a friend. Okay. And that's pretty basic. Like most of the advice that has worked for me over the years, it's been pretty straightforward and simple. And a lot of times the more we complicate things, the more we foul them up. But yeah, if you want a friend, be a friend. Pretty simple advice, but it's worked pretty well for me over the years. So yeah, feel free to drop a link to something you're working on. Tell us about it in the comment section. We'd love to hear about it. I can tell you guys what I've been working on today. For me, my day started early this morning, and I've been working on a product launch that I want to put out. It's called the New PLR Manifesto, and it's a series of 14 emails. It's about 8,500 words, so they're pretty beefy emails. The email series is done, right? The package is done. And what I've been working on is the funnel pages, right? Because this is going to be a Warrior Plus release, and I haven't released anything on Warrior Plus for probably about 3 years. So I've been doing seed launches through Thrivecart. So I've just been basically launching to my own list through Thrivecart for the last 3 years. But now I want to go back out there and launch publicly on Warrior Plus again, and it's been a few years since I've done it. So anyways, I've been working on my funnel pages and, just kind of working on that stuff. And so I was working on that this morning. And, yesterday I was creating OTO1 for that offer. And today I needed to work on a funnel page for OTO1, a sales page for it. It's a little product called Hack the License, right? Is what the product's called. And, so I got a PLR product on the front end, and basically OTO1, it delves into like how to take full advantage of the PLR license that comes with the front end product, right? It's cool because like with OTO1, that Hack the License product, that's set up to be a product that can go in multiple funnels. So when I put out more PLR products, because I want to put more of these email packages out, and as I put more of those out, Hack the License, that can be an OTO1 for a lot of those offers. That doesn't have to just be, that's not like confined just to this one offer. So, but like setting up offers like that and just kind of like putting it all together. I mean, I don't know what it is, man. I mean, sometimes I just feel like I'm just moving in slow motion. You know what I mean? Like it seemed like, I don't know what it is. Like when I first got into this business, it feels like I could do a lot really fast. You know what I mean? I could get a lot done really quickly. Maybe I'm just remembering it wrong. But now I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm moving really fast. And sometimes I feel like I'm just moving like in molasses. Like I'm moving really slow, too slow for like what I want to be moving, the way I want to be moving. That's for sure. But I worked on that this morning. And then after that, I had to go pay my PO box. I have a PO box. Epic Conversions has a PO box where it gets mail, and I pay that yearly. And I had to run an errand and go pay that, so I stopped what I was doing with the funnels and I went and paid my PO box, like physical errand I had to run for my business. And then came back. I had to do an interview at 1. I had this interview lined up with Jill Hart from the New World Order, that school group. You guys ever heard of that school group, New World Order? Very cool school group. She does masterminds every Monday, which I've been on a few of those masterminds, and a lot of fun. Very consistent marketer, very good creator. And I think she's got a great school group. So you have to check that out if you get a chance. It's called U World Order. But I did an interview for her at 1 o'clock Eastern time. I think she was telling me that's going to be coming out sometime in the summertime. She does them really far in advance. So that'll be coming out sometime this summer. But that was a lot of fun, man. It was a crazy, we talked about a lot of stuff, man. We talked about just a lot of online business stuff, and we talked about we talked about internet fatigue, we talked about AI, we talked about diet, and we talked about UFOs and all kinds of stuff, man. We talked about all kinds of stuff on that interview. It was wild. But it was a lot of fun, a lot of good conversation there. And I think that interview will be helpful to some people. Hopefully it'll be entertaining to people whenever that comes out in the summertime. And then after that, like, I was tired after that, man. I got off the internet and I was like, dude, I'm exhausted. But so I took a little, I didn't take a nap, but I laid down for a minute. And then I came back and I did some email support, man, because when you do an online business, usually pretty much every day you got people asking you questions or reaching out to you about something. And so I did a few email support calls. Now, see, what a lot of people now see, here's a little tip for you when it comes to email support. A lot of people complain about email support. They complain that they have to do all this email support. They don't want to do it. It's really annoying. People are always asking them stupid questions and stuff like that. They don't want to deal with it, right? Now, me, I found a way to turn email support into like a benefit for my business. And what I do is, I don't always do this because I don't always have time. But when I do have time, what I'll do is I will do like a simple Google Meet, or like a simple StreamYard. Basically, I'll do a simple like live stream video. It'll be like an unlisted live stream video, so it won't be available to the public. It'll just be a simple live stream video for that one person. But it's easy to do, right? I just simply do a quick unlisted live stream, and I will basically read their email on the video, and I will talk to them directly on the video. And I'll be like, hey, what's up, man? I got your email. I had a few minutes here. I just wanted to do this quick, video for you and just kind of answer your email. People like that kind of like one-on-one attention sometimes, and I don't always have time to do it, but anytime I have time to do it, I'll do it. The reason why is because that builds more rapport with your customers. Okay. That makes your customers feel like, you're a real person. You don't view them like just another number, just another little like little number in the ATM machine or whatever. You don't view them that way. And what it does ultimately is it's going to extend the life of your customers, right? So that's the name of the game for me, is to I like the people who follow me, the people who are in my world, so to speak, as Ben Settle would call it, the people who follow me, like I want them to follow me for as long as they'll follow me, as long as they're in my world. Like, I'm happy to have them. And like my goal is to extend the life of my customers for many years, um, so one of the simple strategies to do that is just to reach out to your customers, and customer support is a great opportunity for you to be able to reach out to them in that way, like with a simple video. Um, and again, what that does is that'll increase like referrals. That'll increase people like referring other people to you. That'll extend the life of your customer. It'll just increase, rapport with your customers. Um, So yeah, again, not everybody has time to do that. I'm a big fan of Dan Kennedy, and that's not something that Dan Kennedy would do. Dan Kennedy, he has this kind of guru on the mountain mentality. Like the guru doesn't like come off the mountain. Like it's hard to talk to the guru. Talking to the guru is, something that you have to like try to achieve. And he makes good points about that. That might be true. And he probably would say, "Oh, Cam, this whole thing where you do little videos for your customers, that's not very smart, man. You're making yourself way too available." He might say that. But I don't know. It's something I've done for a while, and it does. My customers do seem to like it, and it does seem to like expand. It does seem to extend the life of my customers. My customers stick around for a long time, so um, it's just something I do. And when I have time, I'll do it. So today I was doing some of those videos for people, and another way I'll do that video thing is after I do like a launch where I use affiliates. Usually my top 10 affiliates and sales, usually I'll make a video to them personally, and I will tell them thanks for promoting and stuff, and that'll just be part of it. Like when I do the post launch, I'll send a video out to them and just kind of thanking them for helping me with the support and stuff. Um, I'll use video in that way. So sometimes, making video content's not just about like public content. It's not just about paid courses. Sometimes I'll use video content just to like, help build rapport with my affiliates. I'll use video content to help build rapport with my customers for customer support. And these are some good ways that you can use simple video content. So anyways, after I did that customer support, I said, dude, you know what, man? I need to do a live stream. I like to do a live stream, even though I was kind of tired and I'm kind of like beat now. Feels like it's been kind of a long day. I wanted to get a live stream in, so I am talking to you guys doing a live stream, and I was like, man, what am I gonna do a live stream about? It's and and I thought like, and whenever I do these live streams, a lot of times, I will go back to Ernest Hemingway, right? I don't know if you ever read any Ernest Hemingway, but he did this book called A Movable Feast, right? And in this book, he talks about like writer's block, and he talks about like one true sentence. He's like, whenever I have writer's block, man, I just try to think of one true sentence, just one true sentence. I don't worry about anything else, man. I don't care about what anybody thinks about anything. I don't care what anybody thinks about my writing, or I don't care about any subjects, man. I just try to think of one true sentence. And I start with that, and then I'm off to the races. I just go from there, right? So I use that a lot, man, especially with like this live stream kind of content that I do it kind of regularly. And sometimes it's easy to like just be like, dude, I want to do a live stream today, but I don't know what to talk about, man. I'm kind of like, and yeah, like people say like, oh, dude, you should have something to talk about every single day with your market. If you don't have something to talk about with your market every single day, then you don't know your market well enough. And I agree with that. And I could get on here and talk about my market every single day with you guys. I could find something to talk about with my market every single day. But I do feel like, you get to a point where it feels a little bit like time to make the donuts. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're familiar with that commercial from the 80s or whatever, or from the 90s. Like this cat, he works at Dunkin' Donuts, right? And it's like the whole commercial is like Dunkin' Donuts has fresh donuts all the time. So this dude, it's like he's always making the donuts, right? And he'll be asleep in the middle of the night and he's like, ding, 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 time to make the donuts. And like he's going out in the weather, it's like storming. He has to go to Dunkin' Donuts and make the donuts. But the whole thing is like his catchphrase is like time to make the donuts. It's always time to make the donuts with this guy, right? So I think that like a lot of times it can feel like time to make the donuts when you're just always staying on topic with your niche. So I'll deviate off, and I'll just sometimes I'll just be like, what's one true thing? And like today, I say, well, what's one true thing? And I'm thinking like, dude, man, I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I've done a lot today. I've done a lot of crap today. And not only have I done a lot of crap, but like, I feel like I've been moving like molasses. Like I feel like I'm slow. Like I haven't gotten anything done. Have you ever felt that way? Like, man, you feel like you've been working your butt off all day long doing this and doing that and doing the other thing. But at the same time, you feel like you haven't got nothing done. Like nothing has moved forward, right? Have you ever felt that way? That's how I feel today, man. I know I've gotten a lot done, but at the same time, it just don't feel like enough, man. I feel like I could work all night long. If I had the energy to do it, I could just work all night long. But here I am at 4 o'clock and I'm doing this live stream and I'm thinking, man, I'm exhausted, dude. I'm just exhausted. And I hate that feeling, man. I hate that. I feel like I never felt like that when I was like in my 20s, you know. But now I'm 49 now, and like that's not even really that old, really. That's like maybe middle age or whatever. But I just get tired sometimes. But either way, regardless, it all comes back to what I was telling you, like, what's one true thing, you know? It's like, well, let me just talk about what all I did today with you guys and how I'm feeling right now surrounding that. And that's kind of like slice of life, you know, slice of life as it relates to an online entrepreneur. Um, you know, it's not always perfect. It's real life, you know, and you know, it's just like this is what it looks like, you know, on a day to day. And then I'm like, well, what does it look like for you guys? You know, and that's why I titled this, "What have you been working on today?" You know, and so that's kind of the premise of this live stream. But it all just kind of like stems from what's one true thing, what's one true sentence, you know. And it's amazing when you start adopting that one true sentence philosophy because it's like every single day it's something different, you know. One true sentence. So yeah, pretty cool. But that's where I'm at today, and I'm Cam from Epic Conversions. If you're more interested in my business, if you're interested in that product I was talking about, the new PLR Manifesto, be sure you sign up for my email list. That's where I will be talking about it quite a bit when it launches. Not going to launch for another week. Not going to launch for another week or two, but when it launches, that's where it's going to be launching. So just get over to epicconversions.com. That's EPICCONVERSIONS.com. And you might say, whoa, how did you know how to like spell that out so fast like that, Cam? Do you got like a little card in front of you? Like, how did you spell that out so quickly? No, I don't have a little card in front of me, but Epic Conversions is 10 years old. Okay. I've been saying I'm Cam from epicconversions.com for 10 plus years. All right. That's how I can spell it out that quickly. I'm not a super genius, obviously, and I don't have a card in front of me. That's how I can spell it out so quickly. Anyways, look, man, I think that's about all I got. I hope you guys are doing amazing out there. Drop me a comment. Let me know you're live out there. Feel free to ask me any questions you have. Maybe that'll be a future live stream and we'll talk about it. All right. You guys be good out there, and I'll see you tomorrow for another one. Peace now.